Fab. Okay, so if you've been with us over the last few weeks, you'll know that we're doing interviews with different members from the life of our church to explore how these practices that we're looking at are being lived out in our daily lives as followers of Jesus, as a whole collective church. And I think I can speak for maybe most of us that it's been really powerful to hear people's stories when they've shared about the different practices. So each week is a different practice that we're looking at, and each week we've been interviewing somebody different about what that looks like in their life. And it's been really maybe just interesting to understand a little bit more about their life. Maybe you've learned some things about a person you didn't know otherwise, but also to see how we are just normal people doing this stuff. None of us are special elitists. None of us are amazing necessarily at any of this. We're all practicing. I think I love the language of that, practice, because it is a bit of what we're doing. We're giving it a go. And we've got this morning Simon, who's been giving it a go for a long time. You've been doing this practice. One of the best people we could probably interview about this morning. So Simon, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at SBC.
Sure. Hi, morning. I'm Simon. I've been at Southcourt all my life, so 50 years. Let's give my age away now. I'm divorced, currently single. I've got 2 children. My eldest daughter's upstairs at the youth, and my other daughter unfortunately died when she was 6 years old, which is coming up for 6 years ago. I suppose outside of church, I enjoy swimming. I go swimming a few times a week. I enjoy doing my garden, and I'm also involved with a group you may have seen about called Aylesbury Wombles, which we go around picking up litter and tidying up the community. So I'm quite heavily involved in that. So on Saturdays I go out and do a bit of that. So yeah, I enjoy doing that. And then
Yep. And you run your own business as well.
Yeah. So
doing what you love.
Yeah. So Monday to Friday, my job, I'm self-employed gardener, which I've been self-employed for 32 years. Since I set up my business when I was 18. So I do garden maintenance, I do private gardens, I do a lot of grass cutting, hedge cutting, border work, and I've got contracts with various companies and that around the town. So if anyone wants a business card, see me later, and I can get a plug there.
A little plug, yeah, get it in. Brilliant.
Yeah, so that's sort of
So you're
me
quite
summed up.
a busy man, really, aren't you, Simon?
Yeah, life can be busy.
So this morning we're talking about the practice of service. And you're a very busy man. You've been doing it for a long time, inside and outside of the church here. You mentioned the Wombles there. So what's your why behind why you serve? Why do you help out here at church, at the Wombles, all these things that you do?
I'd say perhaps a time of my life, perhaps I got a little bit, because I'm divorced, so I have my daughter a few days a week, so I do have a bit of spare time. So, and I actually enjoy helping out and doing stuff with people. So, and do.
So it's not just you don't just do it out of duty, but actually you enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And I think if anybody's ever seen Simon, often, I'm going to embarrass you a little bit here, but Simon is often one of those people, he'll take the behind-the-scenes roles. He's never the person that's going to put himself up on the stage for his own glory. He's the kind of person who'll be here before anyone else is, setting up chairs, doing all the bits that nobody else gets to see. So that's amazing.
And I think, I enjoy coming, setting up chairs, doing. I think there was a need as well for people to come and help. So I could see there was to set up chairs. Oh, drop my card. And stewarding, so I sort of feel that need. And also I help out on a Friday night with Josh does a youth club in here. And then Josh asked me they needed some extra leaders to come and help. So I was down here Friday night, and there was about 30 odd teenagers. I think you can sort of imagine what that's probably like in here, running about. So that's good to help out and get alongside the young people. For some reason, they seem to like playing pool with me, and I think I've worked it out because I'm not very good at it, and they can all beat me. So, but I think after 2 years, I'm sort of getting a little bit better and sort of beat them a few times now. So
there you go. Really, you're improving.
I'm getting better. So.
And so you've been at this church your whole life, you said, and you've been helping out in different ways throughout for a number of years. So how long has it been something that you've been helping out with?
So various things. I perhaps need to say what I help out in, do I? I help out sort of setting up the chairs. So probably come down here about 9:30 on a Sunday morning and set the chairs up. and it's putting the flag out and putting the offering out and various other bits, and then stewarding. So I've already done that for the last 2 or 3 years, I suppose. And I help out in Little Life Kids, which is the group 1 to 5 year olds, which we meet in the back room there. So I've been doing that probably on and off for 30 years, I suppose.
Wow.
So I started when I was a teenager, helped out. So yeah, I sort of head that up and lead that. So I enjoy doing that. And like I said, I do Youth Hub on a Friday night, sort of a couple of times a month. And I also do voluntarily, I keep the church grounds tidy. So I like the shrubs out the front here, the grass and the car park. And so I've been doing that for 30 years probably.
Wow.
So yeah.
So
I seem to keep committed for a long time.
A man with many years of service under your belt, that is for sure. And I guess the last thing to really tease out, and this would be interesting to hear, is what kind of impact you've done for a long period of time. So one, to just keep doing it is impressive.
Yeah, sure.
But what impact has it had on your life doing that?
Yeah, I suppose the biggest impact looking at the kids' work, so I do the Little Life Kids, like I said, the 1 to 5 year olds. Quite often, when I tell a Bible story, I try to bring it to life a little bit. So a couple of weeks ago, we did Noah's Ark. So I had a little wooden ark, and I had some cloths, a blue cloth and a green cloth to illustrate the water and the land, and some animals. So the children all took it in turns to put the animals inside the ark, and for some reason they didn't want to put the lions in. They're all scared of the lions. And we put some pretend food in there and hay, and then it was all got crammed into this little boat. It was all chucked in there. And then we sort of illustrated the water changed the sheets of blue and stuff. And then they got the animals out and stuff. And then at the end of the story, quite often they end up playing with it on their own, and you can sort of hear in the background they sort of saying, "This is Noah and the animals," and you can sort of see they've really taken in the story and listening to what's been said. And yeah, that's a real good. It's often the following week as well. They'll remember the story you did the previous week as well, which is obviously you've had some sort of impact with the story and the meaning behind the stories and things. So that's really
amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful moments when you see what you're doing maybe makes a difference in someone's life, or they come back and they've remembered the story, remember what you've told them. Yeah, and I'm sure not always easy either to have to turn up time and time again, but something amazing that you've kept at it for that many years. So thank you, Simon.
Yeah.
You deserve a big round of applause. Should we give him a big...